Okay, hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm Calvin and today we're back to our philosophy topic. So our topic today will go straight into the problem that we are facing right now. That's the freedom of the citizen. So in our last topic we already go through all of the type of the equality that we should have in the world. But today we will go to see if there is something that's going to limit people's freedom is good for themselves too, instead of going to be a bad things like everybody think in usual. So as you guys see, limit someone's freedom is going to seem as this is bad for them, and that means we'll take the control over their life. But sometimes there is some rules and laws that made by the government or made by other people that the society in that place have to follow. In most society, there are things no one is allowed to do. Let's take some example here. For example, if you are driving a car, so you need to wear a seat belt. And if you are going to drive in any vehicles, you are not allowed to go if the lights are red. So some of these laws might seem that is help people to protect their life and also their right. But some of these laws seems to be so sensible that you probably don't object it. So object it. So which means that we didn't think that this is good for us, and you might feel differently about law which limit your choice, that you going to like your free choice is going to be limited too much, and then you feel bad about it. For example, if you are just driving a vehicle and then you say, yeah, I know why we shouldn't go and shouldn't be allowed to go when the red is red. That's because we going to pass the light, and it will cause a serious let's say that it will cause a serious accident. But there is some of the place that give us some specific laws and rules that make us feel like our true freedom is being taken away too. Let's take an example here. For examples, there is a guy's one super fat and double cheeseburger with ice cream and coke. Let's say it's coca is better for you guys to understand. So coke is one way to describe the like drinks that have gas and also chemical inside it, so we call it coke. So the guys want to have Coca-Cola, ice cream and double cheeseburger, but the waiter refused. The waiter says that no, you cannot have it because it's too bad for yourself. So the waiter going to let the guys out of his shop and then call the next they call the next customer. So you guys can see in this situation we could see that the choice to buy things that unhealthy is not good, but still limit their choice or limit a citizen choice just because they choose is too strict, and also it takes too much controlling over their life. So there is a lot of society refuse to use this way, but there is sometimes some things that not allow it as a forceful way like this is good too. For example, if your house is burning and all of your important details or important document is inside, then the firefighter come and try to save that house. So when you try to say with the firefighter that my important document is still inside, I need to get them. So the firefighters will stop you because your life is much more important. So sometimes the forceful way to going to prevent someone doing something is still a good way. Of course, just in some specific reason when it comes to meet people's life at that time right away. So so that's how the hard paternalism work. So for someone who don't know hard paternalism, that means the hard rules such as traffic lights rule and also the rules or laws that you cannot go into a burning house to get your document, for example. But according to another ideas and another side the rules, there is still something known as the soft paternalism. This thing is the way they try to mock us or just try to get us know how going to tell us if we are unaware of what we are doing, and if we are know what we are doing, we do know what we are doing, and we still want to keep doing it even though it's bad for us, but still they will going to please us. For example, back to the examples that the guys want a double cheeseburger. So instead of just kick the guys out or kick that man out, the waiter could say, do you know that your meals would be a very unhealthy one? And if that man say, yes, I know and I still want to. So maybe that waiter should get him because he is awareness, have enough knowledge about what is he doing. So the waiter still please them, but still that is one way that let people know what they are doing, and it is good for themselves too. And self-paternalism lets others have their freedom and protect them when they don't know and don't have enough knowledge about what they are doing. And one reason you might object to this is if you think something else might be more important than individuals' freedom, and it will cause for serious things that affect everybody, just for a simple case like this. So maybe some of you guys still refuse the soft paternalism and go to look a better way for the hard paternalism. So for example, after that guy get his unhealthy meal, the doctor come and say, no, you cannot eat this, because if you eat this you will get sick, and if you get sick we will have to do extra work, and if we do extra work it costs a lot of money and our health too. So in this case that doctor does make sense, but still the hard paternalism work not so strong and is not have the right to choose whether he can stop someone to doing something or what. But still, yes, in this case, explaining some things like this and tell them not to eat it still makes sense. But of course, the hard paternalism didn't work like that, because that's still the citizen freedom and still the free will of people. So I think that the soft paternalism and the hard paternalism should be used and mixed with each other perfectly as something that might go to work. For example, ordering a meal, even though that meal is a little bit unhealthy, so you still get that meal when the customer know what they are doing. And if they come to something that's too dangerous that will cause you die immediately if you choose to go inside, or the risk is worse too much, for example try to go into a burning house to save your document. So maybe firefighters should use the hard paternalism to stop the victim to go inside. So that's all for my video today. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys on my next video. And now it's time for to say goodbye then. See ya.